I'm gonna give you what you want. Let me give you exactly what you want. I'm gonna use my ego. I'm gonna use my ego, which I normally don't do because why? But now I'm gonna use my fucking ego to show you that y'all not fucking with me. I'm just gonna say it like that, because when you say it like this, the other person or the people listening or the people who will listen to this video, you will get defensive because you'll think that now I'm trying to be better than you are, which you would have thought that anyway, apparently. Why is it that every time somebody gives you advice, you automatically try to shit on them? This is what I don't understand about humans. There are billions of people on this fucking planet. Some people know information which the majority of people do not know. And not only do some people know a bunch of information which most of you don't know, even fewer of those people are willing to share it with you so that you can be on the same level that they're on. But this is difficult because when that information is shared, instead of understanding the information or try to understand how that person got to that information, you criticize the person. Oh, how would you know that? You're nobody. Look at your life. I looked at your Instagram. You don't do anything. You don't have no influence. It's always this shit. Or this nigga just told me I was looking for a dopamine fucking hit. the the best feeling I get in this world is when I have a dope conversation with somebody else that can match what I'm saying. Even if they don't agree, they can understand what I'm saying and chime back in, not in a negative way, on topic. A dope conversation between two adults. That's the best feeling. It's not about a dopamine hit, you dope. It's not that I'm trying to tell you I'm better than you because I'm giving you information. If you had a boss or a teacher that's supposed to be teaching you something, and they came across all the time like they were better than you or over you, you would pay attention less to the information. So why would I purposely do that? But I'm purposely doing it now. So you niggers not shit. You niggers. Y'all not shit. You guys think that you fucking know everything. You're incapable of listening to anybody. If somebody gives you advice or tries to help you learn something, instead of paying attention to what they're saying or coming or thinking about how they came to that conclusion or even fucking asking them, you attack them. This is why no one wants to tell you shit. This is why no one has time for you people. Because when we do tell you, we get this response. Oh, you just want to win an argument, or what? A nigga said something about it was like a thing about Mr. Beast, and someone put in the comments, Mr. Beast is an antichrist, or is the antichrist. And I said, there is no antichrist. Like, it's not one person. An antichrist is a state of mind. I said, if you go against the teachings of Christ, if you go against what Jesus was trying to tell you, or what God is trying to tell you, the message, if you go against the message of Christ, then you're anti-Christ. It's not hard to understand. I'm not trying to put nobody down. I'm educating you. The fuck? Learn, bitch. So you won't say stupid shit. Like, oh yeah, so-and-so is the Antichrist. How many times have you heard somebody say someone else is the Antichrist? Oh, George Bush is the Antichrist. Oh, so-and-so is the Antichrist. All these people are Antichrist. It's not one person. It's not the one guy that's going to pop up, that's going to be the Antichrist. No. The Antichrist is a state of mind. But if I tell you that, oh, you're because you didn't figure that out. You didn't think about it. You just heard someone say this is the Antichrist. You made us read it in the Bible, so and so, or the Antichrist is coming, and you didn't think about it. You took it at face value. Oh, the Antichrist. There must be a person called the Antichrist. Not thinking if they say the Antichrist is coming, they're talking about a group of people. You didn't think about it, and because you didn't think about it, you want to get mad at someone else who thought about it. That's dumb. The fuck is wrong with you people, dog? What is wrong with y'all? Yes, you may know something that I don't know. I'm not saying you don't, or that I cannot learn from you. I'm saying the most of the people who I run into don't know shit. They have very basic level of understanding of their surroundings. Because you hear something and you think that you understand because you know the words. You know the words Antichrist, so you think that you understand it, and you don't. You have no fucking idea. You didn't think about it. You didn't ponder. You didn't use your fucking mind. You were just satisfied with what they were told you. So you're going off outside sources to win an argument when all you had to do was sit there and use your fucking brain and think about what was being said, and then come up with your own fucking conclusion like an adult is supposed to. But instead of doing that, you want to be a child and try to combat somebody who's thinking 10 levels above you and don't even realize what you're doing because you want to seem smart. The guy who said that, I wasn't even talking to him. The conversation had nothing to do with your dumb ass. So why the fuck are you in here coming at me when this shit had nothing to do with you? You are the one trying to get a dopamine hit because you said we. You used we. Who the fuck is we? You saw my fucking post. You had a problem with it, so you say something about it. Don't say we. We all know that you're trying to. No, it's the we, nigga. It's you. You want to get likes. You want everybody to be like, oh yeah, we all agree and like your fucking shit, so you can feel better about yourself. That's what you did. You're just projecting that shit on me. Fuck. Or I'm not allowed to correct people. I'm not allowed, if you got something wrong, I'm not allowed to say it was this instead of that. Fuck out of here. Now, usually I don't say what I'm about to say in a broad setting, or I'm sorry, in a personal setting. I'll say it in a broad setting to let people know that there's people out here who are on some other shit. I'll say something like, I can tell you something that you never thought of. I can have conversations with you on topics that you never thought of. And that sounds arrogant. That sounds ignorant. That sounds like I'm thinking I'm superior or I'm over you, when the mere fact is none of you ever ask, okay, well then tell me some shit. Let's see if you can back up your claim that you know shit that other people don't know, or you realize information that other people haven't realized. Let's see if you can do that before I criticize you. No, they just jump straight to the criticism. What am I supposed to do, lie to you? You want me to prove? You want me to prove that I can have conversations about shit you never thought of? Okay, I have that ability to do that. But most of these idiots will never fucking learn anything, because not one person I've ever asked the question, okay, what do you know then? And how do you know it? If somebody told me that, hey, I can tell you some shit that you never even thought of, bro. I'm like, okay, well, what is it? Let's see. I wouldn't be like, oh, you're arrogant. I don't want to have no conversation with you. You think you're over me. What if the person can tell you information that you've never thought of? Y'all motherfuckers don't even consider that shit. Because you think that you're the fucking main character, and you're not. You pieces of shit. Why do you always do that shit, dog? Why? There are billions of people on this planet. You actually ran into a motherfucker who thinks that like no one else thinks, and instead of having the wisdom to see it and have a conversation with that person, you're gonna push that person away so you can still be around people who know nothing? Even now, when you're listening to this, you're thinking that I'm arrogant and that I'm better than you. Even when I told you I wasn't, you still think that shit. It keeps happening. Or even wise, smart people. Even other people who will try to help people out still think that I'm being arrogant. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm using this dumbass drawing. And as I'm explaining this, ask yourself, did you see that? Did you realize that yourself? No, of course you didn't. That's why I'm explaining it to you. If this information was known across the universe, there would be no need for me to be on here trying to tell you what I'm telling you. I wouldn't have to do that. I would just leave it alone because everybody knows it. But everybody doesn't know it. What I'm about to explain, you can never explain this because you never thought about it. You see this dumbass drawing? This drawing is from another video, which none of you will ever watch probably. This stupid ass drawing is me trying to explain what's going on with the letter I, right? Now, how many times have you seen the letter I? A lot. Now, keep in mind, this is an example. I'm using this as an explanation to try to show you the difference between how I see things and how most of you see things. I'm not shitting on you. If I thought you were beneath me, I wouldn't waste my time trying to correct you. I wouldn't waste my time. If you truly believe like I think I'm over you, I'm past you, I'm better than you, I wouldn't waste my time talking to you. I wouldn't do it. How many times have you seen the letter I in your life and you thought nothing of it? You didn't think about it. It's nothing to you. It's just a dumb letter. It doesn't mean it. It means I. It doesn't mean anything. It's a tool for spelling. And you can use this example for everything that you see, honestly. But you haven't got that far yet. All right? So I'm going to use this example to explain. All right? Now, you can look at the letter I. Let's say 89 or more % of people who looked at the letter I didn't see anything other than a letter I. When I, hello, at the letter I, this is what I see. I see that, okay, it's the only letter that is separated from itself, that has a piece separated from itself, right? So that's one observation that I've noticed. Well, why is that? Why is the letter I the only letter that has a piece separated from itself? Well, if you are a thinking person, let's say how I came to the conclusion, okay, well, what is God's name? Right? If God is all that there is, if he was the first thing here, if he incarnated, if you popped up, you would have no name. Your name wouldn't be God. Man gave you that name. That's not your name. God didn't name himself God. You would say I am. Right? If you're God, if you're this thing that just popped up in, say, a void of nothingness, and all that there is you, and somebody asked you, hey, what are you? You would be like, I am. Or you just have that thought, okay, I am now. I wasn't, and now I am. Right? So when you watching this video, when someone asks you who you are, you say, I am so-and-so. I would say, I am Josh. Josh is my fucking name. That's who I am. So what I'm saying to you is God is Josh. So you people get mad when like Kanye West like, I'm a God. You people get mad, oh, how dare you say you're God, and blah, blah, blah. That's the program kicking in. That feeling that you get when he said that in your stomach, that's the program kicking in. I am, every time you've ever said, I am so-and-so, I am Dave, I am Jessica, you're saying God is that person. And not even realizing it. Why didn't you realize it? because when you looked at I, you didn't see anything but a dumbass letter. That's all that you saw. That's all the information that you got out of it. That doesn't mean that's all the information that there is. So this dumbass drawing is showing you that there's a separation. The dot is separated from the column, right? But the whole letter is I. Humans are gods. We are made in his image. If I say I'm Josh, I'm saying I am God. The thing is, just like the program, the feeling that you get when someone says they're a god, you feel like that's bullshit because there's a separation. You don't understand that God and you are the same thing. You think that there's a separation between you and God, which is why you pray to God. This is why you pray to God. This is why you worship God. What do you think someone would say something like know thyself? Why do you think that quote exists for? If you knew yourself, you wouldn't get mad when someone says that they're God, because you're God too. You'd be like, oh, they figured it out. But you don't. You never thought of that. The shit that I'm explaining to you right now, you never thought of it. I'm having a conversation with you right now about something that you never thought of. So how am I ignorant for saying it when I'm showing you it's true? What the fuck? Damn, you people are annoying. In this dumbass drawing, I also drew an A. Because in the video, I was explaining how this is what you guys see. You didn't think nothing of that. It didn't mean nothing to you. It's just an A. It's in the letter. It's nothing. You see it every day. How many days of your life have you seen A and it meant nothing to you? Okay, when I see A, I see a pyramid and a capstone. You see the pyramid shape at the bottom and the little squiggly triangle at the top representing the capstone. I know it's an ugly drawing, but we're all adults. Stick with me. I know it looks like a third grader drew this, so I know the insults are coming. But let's try to stay on topic as grown people, if you have the ability to do so. What you are looking at, hidden in the letter A, is a pyramid and a capstone. The all-seeing eye is embedded in the letter A. It's right there. You see, it's right there. The little symbol on the back of your dollar is also an A. A being the first letter of the alphabet. Why? Well, maybe this message is important. Maybe this message means something. But you wouldn't think of that shit because it means nothing to you. You didn't think hard enough on it. You saw a symbol, you were given a symbol, you were giving the symbol's meaning, and that's all that it is to you. You didn't question anything. But you come across a person who questioned it and is explaining it, and all of a sudden I'm crazy? I'm arrogant for telling you, hey, you didn't notice this. That makes me arrogant? Or does it make you arrogant for not noticing it? See, these are letters. These are just fucking letters that everybody sees every day. But you didn't know that these letters actually mean things. Yes, they can be equated to numbers, but there's a reason why they're the shape that they are. The eye is like that for a reason. Maybe we're stuck in the lower case. You know, it's like, oh, you're always in your bottom frequency, your lower frequency. They give you these drugs and poison to keep you in your lower state of mind. Hence, the lowercase I has separated from itself. And if you can somehow make it to an uppercase I, you are one. Never even occurred to you, did it? But I am the fool. Never even occurred to you. How many times have you said I? How many times have you called yourself a god and didn't know it? How many times have you seen the letter A and didn't know what it was, what it stood for? And it could be, it's multiple things. See, the thing is, how the difference between me and you is that when I see certain symbols, I understand that they have multiple meanings to them. Not the base meaning that most of you people think it's all it is, because that's all that they told me it was. Okay, well that means that you're relying on outside information to shape your reality. That's all that means. I'm not trying to be fucking Socrates. I'm telling you what you need to know to be yourself, to realize who you are. And I'm telling you that the clues to doing that has been right in front of your fucking face the whole time. But you're too blind to see. Hence why someone would say if you have ears and you have eyes. Well, a dumbass nigga would say, well, everybody has ears and eyes. That's not what they mean. You blind motherfucker. Now I'm using my fucking ego. This is what it's like. I can easily come on here and shit on you and tell you you're all dumb, you don't know shit. I can easily do that shit. But I don't. I just explain it. I'm doing it now because I'm annoyed. You don't understand the restraint that a person like me has to have in conversation with people who have nothing, have no meaning. This is why no one will tell you shit. Because by the time you get to, 21 minutes, you're already rolling your eyes. You're already, you're dismissing me. You've already went to my Instagram and said that I can't rap or some dumb shit. You've already done it. Instead of sitting there and realizing, hey, you know what? I never thought of it like that. I never looked at it like that. And not even thinking, okay, what does a person have to go through? What did a person have to go through in their life to come to that conclusion? Like, what is going on in your brain, sir, that you looked at the letter I I'm talking to you for 21 minutes about a letter I. You couldn't talk to me 21 minutes about nothing. You see what I'm saying? This is one tiny, minuscule example of what I'm saying. How I, Joshua Williams, can look at simple concepts like fucking letters and explain things. Right? I can keep going and going and going, explaining this deeper and deeper if I so chose to do. And because you cannot do that, you think that I'm arrogant? I'm sorry that I had to be the one to let you know that you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about because you didn't think about it. Because you heard the word fucking Antichrist and thought it was one person, not realizing that it's a state of mind. The fuck? Why is it always me? Is it because it's coming from me? It's because you look at me and what can this person know? This nigga smokes cigarettes in his bathroom. Like that somehow discredits the information that I've uncovered. Because you didn't do that. Because you could be a college fucking graduate with 10 fucking degrees and still didn't see anything. Because you could be a fucking scientist that works for NASA. You could be Neil deGrasse Tyson and still never noticed the symbolism of the letter I. You don't think that's possible? I specialize in pitting two and two together. I've been doing it for a while. I've been paying attention to my life and my past and like, oh, okay. I didn't realize what I was doing back then, but now looking at it in hindsight, I realize what I was doing. That's my fault? That makes me arrogant because I'm telling you that I did that? Or am I telling you I did it so you could do it? Once you saying, you don't think that'll open your mind up to more me? You don't think that you might look at other letters if you're a basic person and see, okay, well, why are they shaped like that? And if you figured out why certain letters are shaped the way they're shaped, wouldn't that give you more insight on things that most people don't think of? This is just one topic. I can go on about multiple topics which you never thought of before. But it's not my fault that you never thought of them, and I shouldn't be criticized for telling you the truth. But people who tell the truth, we know how we're going to get criticized. I understand. I understand exactly. You're wasting your time trying to attack the messenger instead of thinking about the fucking message. This little beautiful drawing right here, this little Picasso painting right here, is a photon. And I was saying how, actually, to be honest, I was having this very conversation. How people, when if you ask them, what does the checkerboard floor represent, right? Most people are like, oh, it's dual. Most people are like, oh, it's evil. It's Masonic. It's duality. It represents good and evil. It's the black and white. But it's like, okay, it's also what light looks like. This is what a photon looks like. It has a black and a white and a black particles that are, they're not, there's no space in them. They're all connected. So it's like one stacked on top of the other. But that's what a photon looks like. So when you see these people, the Illuminati, on a checkerboard floor, they're standing on light. Hence the illumination. They're standing on it. Literal light. That's what literal light looks like. A checkerboard floor. If you were to stack multiple of these things, multiple photons, if photons were sitting around each other, it would look like a checkerboard floor. All right? You didn't, but okay, if you didn't come to that conclusion, I'm not saying that you're dumb for not coming to that conclusion. I'm just the one telling you. But now I get criticized for telling you that shit. See, shit like this is shit you can't look up on the internet. At least I don't know if you can. I never tried. I honestly was the first time I figured out the NA was a pyramid and the capstone, I was outside smoking weed. And I think a day before, I had drew letters in the snow or some shit, and everything melted. And then all that's left was an A, and it melted in such a way that I saw this. I saw the capstone and the pyramid on top, and I was like, oh. You see that is when you put dots together. That's what it sounds like. Whether you verbalize it or not. When you put dots together and you realize something, you go, oh shit, oh my gosh. Same thing when I saw the letter I. Of course, I was looking at the letter I for many years and not knowing what it was. Same as you. But one day, because I have deeper meaning in me, I was looking at it, I'm like, that's odd. And then I started pitting 2 and 2 together. And now I'm having a conversation about fucking letters. As stupid as it sounds. I'm telling you that every symbol around you has deeper meaning than what you think it means. You see what I'm saying? So when some people on this planet, it's hard for them to converse, because when they say a word or a letter, in their mind, they can have 25 meanings for that word. That word can lead them into 25 different directions. And when you heard it, you just got the word that was given to you. You got the meaning that was given to you. So how can we relate to each other? I can only relate to somebody who's come to the same conclusion that I have. Of course, it's going to be in a different way. We're different people. But if you have 25 things that you can think of when I say a word, and I have 25 things that I can think of when I say a word, imagine the conversation we can have versus somebody who only has one. Your conversation would be very, very limited, wouldn't it? Somebody stop me when I'm saying bullshit. Come on, man. No, none of you have ever asked me, what do you mean? Okay, well, show me. Let me see. Just to make sure you're not full of shit, because anybody could tell you, I can think of things that you never thought of, or I can have a conversation which you would think that things that you never thought of. Anybody could say that. But can you actually do it? And the thing with these people, when they try to come at me, they don't know that I can actually do it. So the last thing that these people want to do, I'm spitting all over the place. The last thing that these people want to do is to have an actual conversation with me. And what do you think? When I start explaining things that they never thought of, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to just accept it? Or you think they're going to be more combative? Because now I'm actually backing up what I said. See, there's a difference. I don't shit talk. Y'all shit talk. I don't get on the internet and cap in comments. If you ever came across a post of me saying I can tell you things that you never thought of, it's because I fucking can. I can do it. I'm doing it now. I'm not saying you're not dumb. It's just that you didn't notice it. And I'm here telling you something you didn't notice. You don't think people tell me shit that I didn't notice? What, am I going to get mad at them for explaining it to me? That would be dumb. I'm supposed to stay ignorant because my ego won't allow me to accept something accept the fact that I didn't realize what was in front of my face. How do you think God talks to you? You people want to talk about God and Antichrist and shit. Okay, well, you must be a Christian then. You must believe in God if you're talking about Antichrist. How do you think God communicates with you? If God shows you something through your life which you never thought of, which happens all the time, what do you criticize God? Of course you don't. But when a person does it, when I do it, oh, it's a problem now. Like, come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, this is fucking elementary bullshit right here. You see what I'm saying? I can take nothing, a fucking letter, and have a full lecture about a letter or about something. I can have a full lecture about a symbol which you've seen every day and did not think anything of. It's like scalar reality. When I try to explain that, I use it a lot because it's a good analogy. I can go outside and use a brick wall to explain scalar reality. Most of you never heard that shit before. How many of you people could have had this conversation? How many of you people could have shown me that? Not very many of you. Not everybody online is an asshole. Not everybody online is trying to get shit for likes and attention and shit like that. A lot of people are. So I get it. But god damn, dog. None of you have no wisdom? You can't tell when someone's being genuine with you? You haven't gained that ability to separate bullshit from not bullshit? Just from looking at it? The fuck? And this is why, like I said, this is why no one tells you anything. Because even now, if someone gets to 32 minutes, they're like, oh, I'm still full of shit. I'm still this. I'm still that. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be important. I'm trying to... Sounds like a bunch of fucking excuses from a lame-ass nigga who never sat down and thought about anything. Someone who took everything at face value, who let everybody outside of themselves tell them what everything is, and didn't have no opinion of themselves. It's my fault. It's my fault you didn't pay attention to yourself and your surroundings. The fuck am I supposed to do? Keep all this information to myself? Not try to help other people? The fuck? You mad at the help? Jesus fuck.